I want to welcome everybody to the latest installment of the Invest Podcast. I'm your host, the one and only, never duplicated Johnny Invest. Do me a favor and smack that subscribe button and be notified every time we drop dope, banging content. And trust and believe me, this episode is fire. I got my guy back in the booth. This is our third round, man. We did our first podcast in 2022.
Oh, that's right. On Zoom.
Damn.
On Zoom the first
on Zoom,
time, right?
bro. We still might have been in COVID.
Yeah.
So like social distancing, you know what I'm saying? We on Zoom. I was just getting started, man. It was virtual. You came through. And then when I opened up the studio, man, we made it work.
Yeah.
You came through for your boy. You was on your way to the airport, man, but you still came through and you made time for Johnny Invest. So I'm going to run an intro real quick, introduce this man just in case you ain't watched the 2 episodes before. But I'm going to tell you something. Do yourself a favor. Go to Invest Universal, run it back, check out our first 2 episodes. So this man has a lot of hats, right? I'm trying to get my intro on him as good as I did last time. It's like sometime when you do something good, you're trying to top it again. But I'm at least going to try to make it as good as I did the first time. So it's like, who is this guy? First, I can say, in the years I've known him, he's become a friend of mine. Somebody I know, somebody we text. I got his phone number. You know, we check in from time to time. I'm always seeing his content. I love it. I'm always reposting it. First of all, he's real, true, and authentic in what he does. He's a coach. He is a transformational mindset thought leader. This man has said that he is not a motivational speaker, but I can tell you he motivates many through his speaking. He is a collaborative and community-driven team builder that has given opportunities to so many. He is uplifting. This man is also going to be a future best-selling author. There's no doubt about it. I want to welcome the one and only Coach Alvin Neguez back onto the podcast, brother. What is happening?
Brother, appreciate that intro, man. I was like, what? I want to meet this guy. I want to meet this dude.
Yeah, man. The last intro was good, man. I had to find a way to make this one just as good, if not top it. Yeah. I'm sitting on my couch this morning. I said, how do I introduce him? He's done so much. He's worn so many hats. And like I said, like you say, you're not a motivational speaker. You're a storyteller. But at the same time, you motivate those through your speaking, including Johnny Invest.
I appreciate that, man.
So, Holla, talk about yourself real quick. Give us just a little quick backstory, where you're from. We've done this before, but sometimes somebody might be listening and watching for the first time.
Man, born and raised in Salinas, California.
Yes.
Now out here in West Sacramento, Yolo County.
YOLO.
Yeah, man. And wherever I'm home. I'm home, man, because I believe in the power of presence. I believe that presence leads to peace. And when you can serve what you have internally, man, ultimately I'm a child of God, man. I'm God's child, you know, and you're get to connect with God's children. I mean, that's what we do.
Absolutely.
Man of faith and here going all in, all out, man, as best as I can.
The hat says God.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without him, there's nothing, right?
Gifts open doors.
Oh.
Gifts open doors. A lot of times us hustlers,
Yeah.
us thinkers, we strategize, and sometimes I believe we over strategize and under spiritualize. You know what I mean? So we think we got a plan. We think we just yeah, like we get in there. And it's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to have that hustle heart. But I can tell you, man, from experience, my gifts that were given to me and not earned, my gifts have opened more doors than any doors I opened for myself.
That is deep right there. Say that one more time.
Gifts open doors.
Wow.
G-O-D.
Love it. Love it.
Absolutely.
So my brother, like, a lot has happened in that time that, you know, we had actually had you onto the podcast, man. You've launched the Glamorous Grind podcast.
Yeah.
You've actually launched your own greens
Yeah.
Supplement line. It's actually available in a nutrition store. Is that in Salinas?
In Salinas,
in your
and about to
hometown.
be starting tomorrow. I don't know when this is coming out, but starting tomorrow, it'll be available in a second store in Oxnard, California.
And that's where you're actually going to be on Monday, right?
Yep. So then we're actually gonna go deliver the goods, gonna go connect, and just
Wow.
bringing energy, man, bringing energy to that place.
Woo! Man, and I could tell you, bro, when I see what you're doing, and like if y'all don't know, like I said it on one of the last podcasts. Coach Al Venegas' page on Instagram is one of the first pages I actually followed when I got Instagram in 2021. And the reason why I really gravitated toward him is because it seemed real and authentic. Like, I can tell you guys now, like, people can kind of tell the difference between real and what's not and fake. Like, people that's just doing stuff for clickbait. He wasn't doing that. It was like he was just in his own lane and his own purpose. And I was just getting started with the whole invest everything, just kind of finding my way.
Absolutely.
I kind of just got into this and just jumped into the swimming pool. No formal training. No one showed me how to do a podcast. No nothing. Just raw ambition.
Yeah.
And just kind of learning along the way. And just having you and just seeing you showing the blueprint and just the motivational stuff, it just really helped me so much. And I'm like truly grateful. Can you turn the hoodie around? I want to talk a little bit about the Glamorous Grind podcast, man. The content is dope. I mean, what came up with the name? It says be a savage and go after your wildest dreams. Can you turn the camera to that? Can you take that camera and turn it over there so we can catch that on camera?
Sal is our model. Can we? Sal's modeling it the hoodie.
Turn
today.
that, Sal, man. we got a good picture of Sal.
Yeah.
Turn it one more time, Sal. Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
Now that's lit. Turn it to the back to me one more time. Be a savage and go after your wildest dreams. I mean, that mantra, I couldn't think of a better slogan. Talk to me a little bit about being a savage.
Man, you got to be out of your mind, man.
There's people that's going to be listening and watching right now that is dreaming.
Are we ready?
Ready.
So people want to think big, but they want to act polite.
Okay.
They want to act, they're apologizing for every mistake. You cannot apologize for every mistake on your way to that dream.
Okay.
Like, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make people uncomfortable. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to do the wrong thing. And you've just got to know, like, you've got to come with it. The example is, you leave your home. Many people leave their home. Let's say men. Let's just talk about men for one, or women at this point. You leave your home in chase of a dream or creating a life for yourself. There's going to be somebody that says no.
Yeah.
And the question is, what are you going to do when you get that no?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be like, oh, okay, I'll come back another time.
Yeah.
And then you just go back home, right?
Yeah.
Some people leave their home and they think that the world is this comfortable place. Like, comfort's at home. So when I leave my house, I'm not looking for comfort. Like, I'm looking for pain. Because with that pain comes the results. So I'm looking for the discomfort. Like, where you at?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the savage. Like, I'm coming out here. I'm coming out here hungry. And there's times where I'll fast, bro. Like, I'll fast and then I'll go look for an opportunity. And I won't come back home until I get
hungry.
It. It's that simple, man. You got to be a savage. You can't just fill out the form and wait for a call back.
No.
You can't just put in your name on the wait list and wait for the call. It doesn't work that way, man. And I realized that, like, in order to be the next one up, I've learned that winners win, man. And there is no line. There's no waiting to winning.
Right.
People that are winning are not winning by luck. There's a strategy to it. And I wouldn't say they're cheating the game, but they're definitely not following the following rules. like following rules is for somebody else, man. That lane is just, there's a bunch of people on it waiting for their turn. In order to go after it, man, the time is now. Yeah. And I believe all in God's timing, but I also believe that God wants it now for you. He wants something for you. It might not be the thing you're thinking about, but there's something for you today. Yeah. There's a gift for you today. There's a way to get closer to the dream today. So the whole idea of being a savage, man, is however wild you can think, whatever it is that you believe, you are going to have to meet that with the same level of energy. Not when they say yes, but when people say no. Yeah. You know what I mean? When people doubt. Yeah. When people don't show up. What's gonna happen? Is it gonna turn you up? Yeah. Are you gonna go back home? Or, like, what are you gonna do? Right? Yeah. And the idea is that you know why you're going after it. You go after it with everything you've got that day, and you wake up and do it again.
Yeah. I love that because, like you said, you hit it on the head. Like, you couldn't be said any better, because when it comes to that, when it comes to those damn goals, those dreams that are in your mind, you absolutely have to attack it like a savage. And I love what you said. Comfort's at home.
Yep.
Comfort is in my
I
bed.
got a nice couch, man. I got a nice couch. I got a nice bed. That's it, though.
That's it,
Everywhere else, I'm not looking to get comfortable. It just isn't. It just isn't the way it works. And I absolutely understand if that's not where people are yet. You know, and that's okay. It's absolutely cool.
Talk to me a little bit about the fear of it, because a lot of people, fear stops them. I mean, you went out there, Al, like you started out, bro, like doing sweat in like a little gym.
Yeah, in high
like
school,
a fitness
little
thing,
gym.
and then it grew into this. So, I mean, we talked about it before, man, but when you started, I mean, did you ever look back, or what the hell am I doing?
I still do, man. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Did you have you didn't have no manual for this shit, did you, bro?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I still, asking yourself questions is okay along the way, man. Like that's called reflecting. I just, like, fear gets too much damn credit.
It does.
And I think, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I think the people that blame fear for not going after it are just highly egotistic people. Like, you're too good to fail. Like, first of all, you ain't shit. Like there's not, we're not that big of a deal, bro.
I believe that shit.
I'm another Mexican dude that made it.
I believe
and like, what do I have to lose? Another black dude. Like, what do we have to lose, bro? Like, they're really, like, calm down.
Can't really
Stop taking yourself so damn serious and go out there and mess up.
My dude just said it. It's like, what do you really have to lose? Like, time is the essence.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
And I'll give it to you even deeper, man. For me going after a dream isn't me going after my dream.
Yeah.
I believe I'm going after a dream that generations of my ancestors had. Like, people that didn't have a voice.
Yeah.
Like, people that came here and worked way harder than I ever have.
Right.
And I matched their efforts with my opportunity.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, they had certain amount of effort and grit.
Yeah.
I attempt to tap into that.
Yeah.
Tap into my grandpa's strength, into my grandmother's love, until I tap into the ancestors I never met. I genuinely do that in the morning. And then I tap that energy plus my gifts plus the opportunities in my time. So as a Mexicano living in this country, like, as an individual, like, all I have is to gain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I speak so that people feel that level of root, that level of energy. You know what I mean? So, like, you can't really mess up when you don't have the blueprint.
Yeah.
Mess what up? All you can do is create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just like, get in there.
I can really touch on that, man, because like when I started podcasting, I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't in a studio, man. I was on Zoom. I had to just figure it out, and then I just kept leveling up and getting better over time. You know, when I first started, like, people was talking trash, talking shit, and then I was like, fuck it, I don't even care. Like, I'm gonna keep leveling up, and now those are the same people that's like giving me love and giving me props now, because I knew I was gonna level up. I was gonna keep getting better. I had the same mindset. It's like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
Lose. Only thing I can have is just regret if I don't go after what I truly believe in.
And the truth is, anybody who's doing better never hates.
Never. I know. So
like, this anybody we're listening to, it's like, man,
for sure, brother, because all the BS is down here. Like, nobody that's got it, that's like a true, like, player in life as far as success in business, and someone who came from the bottom that's up there, they will never talk shit about someone who's starting out. When you're starting out, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be a lot of rough drafts. It's gonna be a lot of, like, start overs. Like, when I first started, my brand looks hella different now than what it does now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting the props and the credit because it wasn't dope yet. I kept working on it. I kept redefining it until I finally found my way. And I could have gave up and I could have quit. But now it's like, damn, you're making it, bro. Like, what the fuck? When you started this all these years ago, when there's like 0 people that believed in you. And one thing I tell people, like, all the time, because I'm a life coach, I tell people that all you need first is just to believe in you. Once you're actually out there and you're doing and you're starting, people will believe later. But right now, all you need is you. If you have a team behind you and you have people that believe in you in the beginning, that's like added.
That's super added. Don't waste people's time, man. Yeah. Like, when it's just you can waste material, you can waste your own money, you can waste some time. I mean, but don't ask people to also waste their life attempting to believe in your idea that might or might not hit. Like, I can't invite a Sal if I ain't got a place for him to go to. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, be honest with yourself. Wherever you are, start there.
Mhm.
And if there's room for someone else that wants to collaborate, that wants to contribute, then they can do that. You know what I mean? But start with who you are. Start with where you are. Start with what you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the Glamorous Grind podcast. And you're a speaker and doing all these things before. What made you actually want to put out and start this platform?
Oh man, there's a couple of different. So I look at everything. I make decisions in 3 different ways. What's my selfless reason? What's my selfish reason? And what's my business reason?
Ooh.
So selfless, selfish. So I don't ask myself, am I being selfish or am I being self? I just ask myself, what area?
My business.
Yeah, that's it. Does this help the greater
Yeah.
brand or the greater mission?
Yeah.
Because they might require people on my team to contribute,
Right.
and I'm not going to put them through something that I don't believe in.
Okay.
So my selfless reason is allowing people a platform to where they can tell their story. You know what I mean? Like it's only people that have gone after their idea. It's not people that want to. It's not people that have a wish. It's not people that blew out their birthday candles and are waiting for it to happen. Like, this is people who have gone after it, single moms, people who are power couples, people who are just going after whatever's calling them. I have them on I like to invite them onto the platform so that they can share their perspective and how it went down.
Yeah.
Selfishly, I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm gaining game from these people I'm actually putting on, right?
Yeah.
And 2, the other selfish reason is I'm a communicator. So this to me is the gym. It's a gym for communication. It's listening. It's being active, participating in the conversation. This allows me to get better on stage.
Yeah.
So like, I'm taking the messages from right now and putting them on. You'll see them in a video. You'll be like, we were just talking about that. And I bet that what you just said, I'm going to use it
Absolutely.
on stage because it's like, I'm listening. Why can't I use it? I'm definitely using it. So selfishly, it works. 3rd is network. So business wise, it's good to have people on, invite people and get to share space, get to share energy, and to get to collaborate. So network wise, it also helps out.
Yeah.
So all of it, bro.
My man had the selfless, the selfish, and the business. Man,
Yep.
that is real. That's deep, and it's true. Let's talk about one more topic real quick. Let's talk about, because when you first started this whole thing, it started out as like sweat. It was just you by yourself. You're doing like this fitness thing. It was just you. But let's talk about, I've seen you now build a team, collaborative team builder, a community builder. You talked about wanting to enrich your neighbors around you, those that wanted to be enriched. And everybody wants to be enriched, but those that want to be in that enrichment soil. Talk a little bit about that, because you have a team around you now. You got your man Sal, your assistant with you everywhere. You have speakers that really help to spread the message, and listening to them, all of them are really good too. So what?
I'm gonna tell you why.
How did that come?
I'm gonna tell you why.
How
I'm gonna
did
tell
that
you why. It's gonna fuck everybody up.
come out? Because at one point you might have decided this was bigger than you. I mean, how did this come about? This is a whole like thing now, man. I'm looking like, what the hell?
All right, if anybody wants to build a team, I'm just gonna tell you how I did it, and you might run with it, or you might not run with it.
Y'all finna get some sauce.
And I'm gonna use what you just said so that you can understand why it works and why nobody can see it.
Okay.
So you just said you got Sal right here.
Yeah.
You said your assistant is with you everywhere. Yeah. So that's absolutely backwards.
Okay.
So Sal, I'm gonna just use Sal for example. Sal wants to do content. When I met him, he had a camera and he wanted to do content.
Okay.
So then what's my job is to help Sal become a content creator, right?
Okay.
Second, he needs equipment. He needs it. So let me go and help Sal out, get more equipment. Yeah. What else do you need, Sal?
Okay.
I want to travel. I want to keep going after my dream. Let's travel. Let's go after your dream. What else do you need, Sal? Man, this is more than I ever wanted. What else do you need, Sal? Because now I need you to execute. Now I need you to execute, right? So then I become Sal's assistant. This is what people don't get. I'm not playing first. I'm playing second.
Became a servant leader.
Absolutely. So now whatever Sal needs, if I got it, I give it, right? To support. Now he messes up and he's not executing.
Yeah.
And we're going back to the drawing boards, or we're looking for somebody else. Because I'm looking for somebody to serve. I'm not looking for somebody to serve me.
Yeah.
So if Sal's not on point after he has everything he said he
You
needed,
give him everything.
then there's only one problem, which is a lack of execution,
You
right?
covered all the bases.
Easy, right? Next person. So then next person, right? Next person, what do you need? Well, I want to be a personal trainer. Cool. I got the certification for you.
Yeah.
I'll pay it for you. What else do you need? Man, my tires, I would be there, but I just need four tires. What else do we need? Yeah. Last thing that we need is to execute.
Yeah.
So then when I'm covering the holes, and I don't mind investing, but if it's happening, if it's going down, then I work for 62 people instead of 62 people working for me. So I serve. I'm playing second.
Yeah.
That's it. It's you got to flip it. You've got to be able to, young man right here, what do you need? What is it that you're going after? I got you.
Yeah.
Is that why you haven't done it?
Yeah.
Like whatever the reason is, man, I haven't done it, man, because I need $500 to pay for here's a $500. What else do we need?
You need a MacBook, so I got it for him.
Now, if you get that MacBook and I don't see something,
I need that content edited, man.
Absolutely, right? Like remove the excuses. Like that's
Yeah.
just what I do, right? Now, it might not be monetary. It might be I need to feel valued. I need to
Right.
feel secure. I need to feel whatever it might be. I listen, and if I can provide it, the idea is that I get him. The deal that I have is that I'm going to get him closer to his vision than before he met me.
Yeah.
That goes for every single person. And if I'm lying, I'm lying. Right? Then that's on me. Then it's not about money in exchange anymore. It's about somebody else. Now, I believe God sees that I'm supporting someone get closer to their dream.
Yeah.
And what does everybody else see is Al's got a cameraman. Al's got a crew. Al's got a team. But it's all these people I'm helping.
Yeah.
So I'm their second. I'm their assistant. Now, in that room, it might not come off that way. That's nobody's business. That's the way we run business. Is I'm actually supporting. I'm driving. I booked the room. I did it. I do all the things so I could just take a nice little nap, wake up, edit, record, have a good time. Right? That's the idea. So I take care of what I need to take care of, and then Sal doesn't bother me with no edits.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me with not like he gives me the content on time, and that's every single coach. And any coach that is not up to par, that's the difference between being on a team and a winning team.
Absolutely. I believe it.
We take care of the gaps.
I see it every single day, even in my professional life.
Absolutely.
You just dropped a gem to anybody that leads teams. Not just what you do, it can be in the manufacturing sector of any of that.
Absolutely.
That's why I came to you and said, hey, I'm going to look at getting you into with my company because of the way that you speak. You're not like the textbook, person. You are the practical person.
Yeah.
You're the type of individual that can talk to somebody very practical in terms they can get, in terms and things they can go out and they can apply today.
That day. Absolutely.
So me and you see things very much similar because I'm in management where I work at my company, my day job, and I'm somewhat of a servant leader because I do my best to give my team all the things they need to be successful, all the support, all the training. And then when I see failures, I know where the failure happened because I gave them all of those tools
absolutely.
that they told me they needed to win and they told me they needed to be successful.
And especially nowadays, man. And you're doing it the right way. Especially, and again, I'm going to keep picking on Sal. When a video's not out, I go check in.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Right.
Boom, have a 2-hour conversation. Turns out this is happening, that's happening. Cool. How much time you need? Nah, you know what? I'll get it done today. Or like, I just needed to have that conversation. We just needed to have a conversation. Whatever it might be, right? But it's you're no longer like troubleshooting and running around thinking and upset.
Yeah.
There's nothing, bro. I don't even get mad like that. Like there's no reason to. That's I use that energy, whatever energy I'm having, to move the team forward. And ultimately, I have a process. When you become a people's second, or servant leader, as you call it, you start to learn people's process.
Yeah.
I make room for his process. I make room for his process. I make room for your process. And now, not only are we executing, but we're also having a good time. And now it's because, man, we're on the road. Like, everybody's particular about their thing, about what they eat, about when they eat, about their sleep schedule, about whatever the hell. Like, I make sure my stuff is on point. And on the day, on game day, stage day, whatever it might be, Every person's accountable for their own, for their own execution.
Yeah, because of the way you see it and the way that you built it. Like you said before, people don't make it by accident.
Mm.
There's certain
There's a
blueprints
strategy
to
to
this,
winners. Yeah,
and there's certain strategy of winners. Even though they may be winning in a different sector, all winners, they have a very similar strategy, a very similar mantra.
absolutely.
My strategy, how you just explained it, that is 100% the way I operate.
Yep,
That is 100% the
yep.
way I like to lead. It is not about me.
Absolutely not.
At this point, I told my team at where I'm at and the stage I'm at, it isn't about me.
Hmm.
It's about my team. What do you need? I had a young man, he's 21 years old, and he said, John, I want to become a lead. I want to eventually become a manager and a supervisor. And I see the potential in him. And I said, I'm going to get you the trainings and the coaching you need to help you be able to get there. You just make sure you keep showing up, you keep being dependable, and I'm going to help get you to where you want to
Absolutely,
go. I'm going to get you.
absolutely.
It's my job to help get you to where you want to go. You've come to me as your leader, and you told me I want to be where you are one day.
That's the right type of leadership too.
It's my job
You
to
know.
help put you on point to that. And I could tell this kid's for real.
Yep.
This kid is me 20 years ago.
Let's say.
And it really, lit a fire in me that I can actually help this kid because I want to help this kid because I
Absolutely.
actually truly care to want to help people. And I know this is not a leadership podcast, but for me, when I was in leadership,
This is you're a leader. That's a leader, and it's your podcast. That's a
all right,
that's a leadership podcast.
All right.
Like, what's
Right.
happening?
But for me, I see the value in people. And I
Mm.
like trying to, like you do, I like to enrich people.
That's it.
I like to touch people. What can I do to make your day better at work today? Because we're here for 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not Disneyland. But what can I do for you to when 2:15 hits, you actually like seeing John?
That's it.
You actually want to be there. While actually making sure you understand there's accountability on both of our parts. I have an accountability to you as your leader, and you have an accountability as well.
Bro, I've learned this about people and the human, just everybody as a whole. Everybody wants to help everybody wants to help in their own way. Musicians want to heal through their music. Comedians want to bring humor to a dark space.
Right.
Trainers, coaches want to help people achieve. Everybody, real estate agents want to give people the dream house. Like everybody's looking to help. It's the same market.
Yeah.
We're all looking to help each other out, but not everybody can add value.
Right.
That's when being self-disciplined, being grounded, knowing who you are, you get to start to add value. And when you go into business, when you like yourself, I can tell you this, man, because I know how to play second really well, and I believe in the philosophy of playing second, the people who are first always need a strong second. And the people that are first own the buildings, the people that are first have the cash, the people that are first have the relationships, they have the brands, so then one's always calling me.
You have to be.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so I'm always in the right room.
And you're selfless.
And you have to get invited to these spaces that I'm speaking at. I gotta
You
get invited.
do.
I can't
You
be like, dude,
do.
I got a message. Let me talk to those kids. Like if I walk into a school, I'm getting locked up. If
Absolutely.
I go to
Bro,
one of these,
I was over there at that high school you had me. They was like, hey, who's that guy outside? He
yeah,
can just pop up at a
absolutely,
school.
yeah. So then because I get invited in, I bring people with me. You did an incredible job.
Thank you.
I mean, and there's more of that coming.
Absolutely.
Right?
Thank you.
Like all of that, man, I've got to get invited in. So I never get it twisted that I'm motivating and I got a message. I need an audience and I need an invitation.
You do.
So then that means I know how to play second. I know how to get invited because I've broken into places. My 17-year-old, I know how to get in.
Okay.
But I'm like, wait a minute, I've got to be invited in. How do I create that
Right.
space?
Mhm.
And you said being selfless. I can be selfless and hungry at the same time.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, man. We just touched on that, man. We gave you guys some leadership tips, some gems to anybody in leadership that's getting into leadership. You have to be selfless. You have to truly be wanting to help people. You have to be humble. It can't be about you because it isn't about you. Because when you're team building, your team's reflection of you and how you empower and how you enrich others has a lot to do with how you will do as a leader. That's truly the way that you are judged. You are not a leader just because you are a leader in title. a true leader, they have these specific types of characteristics, or they are invested in being taught and learning these specific types of characteristics. To
Yeah.
be a true leader, these types of characteristics are actually non-negotiable.
And be honest with yourself, man.
Absolutely.
I tell people all the time, if I did things my way, I wouldn't have a damn team.
Yeah.
Like,
me neither, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't bring on Sal.
Right.
I'd be like, man, you don't move like me. You don't move you don't do like I would chop everybody down and just be like, I got to do it myself. Like, absolutely, that's in me because I have that like drive. The same time, if I just zoom out, I call it zooming out a little bit. Understand he's got a process and the people around me got a process. I got 62 beautiful people that are on this mission with me.
That is huge.
At their level, at their pace, however they're doing it, I give them as much as I'm going to give them. And because it's an investment, I always tell people this. I get to choose how much I give.
Right.
You also get to choose how much you give. And we both get to make a decision. You get to decide when you're done.
Yeah.
I also get to decide when I'm done with you.
Right.
So just like I'm not higher than anybody. I'm just going to choose to give you more.
Everything's at will.
Everything's
their will,
at
not your will.
Absolutely. We get to be here. And if you don't want to be here, it's cool. Right? It's absolutely cool. I'm going to choose how much until when.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you get to do the same thing. So it's a fair deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm saying I'm giving you my best and you're telling me this is your best, now I get to make a judgment call.
Make a decision. Damn. For real, that's deep. Before I get you out of here, man, let's touch on something else that's brand new, man. I seen this, man. You're in one nutrition store in your hometown of Salinas. Like, that makes sense, bro. You're from Salinas, California. A kid from Salinas has his own supplement in the vitamin store. Let's talk about these greens. Is it mean greens, or let's talk about that?
Man, the super greens.
Super greens.
G'd up.
Yeah, G'd up.
We'll start with the name. We'll start with the name, man. The G, gratitude, God and Jim every morning, man.
Wow. G'd up.
And then back in my, when I was growing up, if a girl would be like, man, looking all G, you're looking all G'd up. It was like the greatest compliment.
That was the thing right there, bro. You're G.
Yeah, like GQ.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it was a girl, if it was an older homie, right, they'd be like, man, those shoes look G'd up or whatever it was. You just felt. You felt yourself, man. It was cool. So that was the idea behind the name. And I've been taking greens like for about maybe 13, 15 years, man.
Yeah, you used to do your 5 o'clock wake ups. I remember.
I used to see it. Yeah, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And I just want people to intake, if they're not eating their vegetables, if they're not, disciplined,
right.
if they don't have a routine, I at least want them to start their day with a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, start off with putting something good in your body. You stir it up, put some water with it. We've been working on this formula for about 5 years, man.
So
Never had the right connects. Don't know how to go about it. But I met one of my mentors, also owner of Results Transformation Center, Matt.
Yeah, I've heard of
Matt
that.
Weaver.
Yeah. I've heard of
That's
that place.
my dude.
Wow.
Badass stories. He took me out, him and some other entrepreneurs, to his like mindset power, session in a sense. And he was like, I'm gonna invite you. You'll be the youngest one to the club, right? To this crew.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be in Cabo.
Ooh.
And I was like, damn, I've never been to Cabo and I've never done anything like this, right? But I took a chance, man, because there's certain people that when they invite you, you don't say no to. And you're one of those people.
Absolutely.
You're one of those people for me, right?
Absolutely.
So,
you invited me, man, to go speak 3 days notice. I couldn't say no.
Exactly. There's just one of those things, man, where you're like, nah, this is part of, it gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It gets you, we have the conversations. He has the whole setup. So he was able to help me make this happen, man. And we launched last September. And then my boy, Chris, over at Max Fit Nutrition Shop in Salinas, we got into his store. And the way I do it, man, is we go and we do pop-ups.
Yeah.
And we, like when people buy them, they actually buy them from the store. So we're just there pushing.
Yeah.
Because the idea is to help, once you go into business, it's about adding value to the businesses around you, which is businesses can be people, brands, community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about hustling your product.
Mm-hmm.
It's about getting people right the best way possible. So we thought about, all right, if we got the gym, We've got the trainers on campuses, mentoring, speaking. We have the book coming out. We have all of that happening. And then Greens, just looking for ways to serve, man, and still get to be me every single step of the way, man.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
And now, just speaking, you have another location that's going to be opening up.
Yeah, shout out to Oxford, man. Oxford, California, showing love.
So it's like one door, one shop, then the other shop, and then it's going to be more to come. I guarantee.
And we're meeting with a third one in Arizona. We're meeting with a third shop in Arizona, and it's one at a time. And I kind of like it like that, man. I kind of like that, I'm not pressing an automated button and having a distributor.
It has a total
I want to feel the process. You know what I mean? I want to feel the process.
And your soul, your blood. You want to be a part of it.
Yeah, everybody wants to press the button, download the app.
Yeah.
Some in this invisible world does it for you, man. But get in there and learn a little bit, man.
Especially in the
Suck
beginning,
at something
man,
a little bit. It's
that
like
organicness, that one by one, and then that
squeeze
step by
the juice,
step.
man. Squeeze the damn juice out of life, man. That's when you feel alive. And I understand it feels different once you've made something.
Yeah.
Once you build platforms, you're in a different space, and then people who are just attempting to make it somehow, some way, they want the quick, easy hit now because they might need it right now.
Right.
But trust me, whatever stage you're in, there's nothing like fresh squeezed juice, man.
It's nothing. It's nothing like that. Like me, I love being in this studio doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I love being one of the faces behind the brand. I know maybe down the line, years later, I may bring in a different host or have multiple hosts, but I'm just enjoying just having my hands on it right now. It just feels so good. It's your baby. You're able to grow it. You're able to nurture it. And then you're able to bring others in, community, and build. Kind of like what you're doing, building out the Invest community, with my reps. They're part of the Invest family. We're actually having a big, huge event coming up at Crunch Fitness Market Square next Saturday. A DJ coming out. It's going to be a big...
Next Saturday. Is that March 1st?
No, it's next Saturday is February 22nd.
February 22nd. Okay.
Well, we're gonna do more.
If I'm out here.
We're gonna do more. If you're out here, man, just
hell yeah,
come pop up, pull up. Like I said it's gonna be 9 a.m. to 11:30. Man, it's gonna be music going. We'll have the apparel out there. People taking pictures. It's a great time for like-minded people to come together for a couple hours and kind of meet. Talk life, talk business, talk fitness, and all of those different things. I'll also be at Sac State popping up on Wednesday as well. So opportunities and doors is opening up all around, man. It's been an honor and privilege, man, to work with you. To have you as one of my friends, man. To see this what you do, and it's so real. Like you have shown me and others that you can. I believed I can, but you show me even more that I can.
It's inevitable that you're doing it, man. You're doing it. Every little detail matters. And I'm proud of you too, brother. You're like you really keep the same level of energy.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on. Like when you turn on that camera, it's showtime. You know what I mean? And it's up, man.
It's time.
That's it.
I enjoy it. I love it. Just living and just being in your purpose. Like for me, it doesn't feel like work. It's a podcast. There's two guys shooting the breeze, talking about life, business.
We would do this without the mic. We would it'd be the same exact conversation.
Why not put it on camera?
That's it.
That way we can bring it to others, motivate and inspire. Al, before I get you out here, man, shout out your social media outlets. People want to contact you for speaking up gigs and things of that nature, man.
Yeah, man. You have Man on a Mission on Instagram. The O's are zeros. Because every day you got to get your buckets up, man. You got to get your points up. So, Man on a Mission, O's are zeros. We have Coach Al's Huddle on YouTube. That has all the talks and all the assemblies and everything. And also the Glamorous Crime podcast that we have on there. And then we have, people want to hit me up, we have our website, which is onamission-ca.com. And you can book Coach Al. Get them on there. It's onamission-ca .com, right? That's what it is. And you also hit up X Shardy on Instagram.
Hit him up.
If you hit him up, he'll be like, "You got the wrong guy. Hit this guy up." So yeah, hit our people up, man.
Yeah.
This Mindset Academy.
I want to thank you for this Mindset Academy hoodie right here, man. I've been seeing these, been asking for these, man. I'm actually going to wear this to work.
Yep.
on Monday, man. I can't wait.
That's our young leaders of this country, man. We make sure we give them the game.
This is huge right here. It is
yeah,
because you're a transformational mindset thinker.
Yeah.
Because you get people to think like deep.
Yeah.
Not just the textbook thinking, that straightforward like factory mindset, but you get people to really dig down and really start to question and
reflect
think.
and envision. Absolutely.
Does this work for me?
Yeah.
Is it okay to be selfish and go after a goal?
Yep.
Understanding the difference between selfish and selfless.
Yep.
And you have to be a little bit of both sometimes. Like you said, if you're like always saying sorry, you're always being apologetic and things of that nature, you're never really truly going to get there.
Yeah.
You have to disrupt a little bit. And you have to say, what, I'm going to do it. And unfortunately, you may make a little bit of people
don't make anything happen until they get to the F it zone.
Yeah.
So whether it's the fuck it zone or whatever, and it takes some people 11 steps to get there. It takes some people 10 years to get there. And it takes everybody that I've heard make some of themselves are always like, you know what? I was just tired of.
I was there.
I was done, man. I was done with but it took you X amount of steps to get to that zone.
I had to say, fuck it.
Right. So then what I know is that everybody has that zone.
Yes.
It just might take different level of steps to get there.
Sitting in my car on my lunch break, I seen somebody that was already close to retirement age. And I talked to that person and they told me how they hated what they did for 30 years. They didn't really enjoy it, but it's kind of all they knew. And they walked past my car on lunch break one time. And that was the moment. That was my moment.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I got another 20-something years. Wait a minute. That was the day.
This is not the play.
That was the day when
badass.
that was the whole invest. It started. That's why I put EST 2020 on the brand, because that's when the idea actually came to me. And I said, you know what? I said, if I'm invested in myself, my skill sets, my mindset, really intentional about what I want to do, I said to myself, you know what? You got a deal. And that was the day Johnny Invest was actually truly born.
I love it.
That was the day. That's the story, man.
For me, it's I'm in the gym and there's some cockroaches in the gym, and I'm like, they better not get in my bag, man. I'm just staring at them, right? Then I get in my car doesn't have AC, and then the wires are coming out of the car, right?
I've been there.
And then I get home and the cockroaches run because I got home, right?
Yeah.
I'm just living around cockroaches like everywhere I go,
I
right?
Roaches too, one point.
So and the idea was like, okay, like
I don't like roaches.
I don't like roaches either, man. And I love AC. I don't like the heat, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just go all out at whatever, man. I'm done. I'm done just like attempting to be nice.
I'm done.
So just going all out, getting kicked out of places, getting fired out of places, getting brought into places. Like I overstay my welcome, man. That's just what it is. And I've been getting pushed into where I'm at right now. So God's had a hand in it all, man, the entire time.
Absolutely. Coach Al Venegas on the Invest Podcast, our third time doing. We're going to do it again and again and again. I'm your host, the one and only Johnny Invest. I want to thank Sal. I want to thank Jaden, the assistants in the building right now. Remember to like, share, subscribe. When this episode drops, going to be fire. Johnny Invest Podcast. Have a good one.